In this video, I'm going to show you how to do an alignment without any planes. So we're going to use 3 cylinders for our alignment. Now what we're measuring here is a pin with 2 holes going through it. We're going to measure the diameter of the pin itself, the diameter of each hole, and the distance between the center of the holes. Okay, so I'm going to set it up on my fixture here, and then we're going to go right into the program and figure this thing out. So I'm going to open a new file. Now, as always, I recommend you get your features first and then do your alignment. If you do your alignment first, Zeiss Calypso is going to pick the features in order and fill them in for you. We don't want that. We want to choose exactly which feature goes where in the base alignment. So as far as gathering our features, I'm going to take a point here. I'm going to move the probe up. I'm going to take another point here and then come around to the other side and take one more point. Now, I take 3 points because I want it to sweep an arc, not a full circle. 4 points will make it do a full circle. 3 points just sweeps an arc, which is what we want, so the probe doesn't smash into the part. Okay, so what I'm going to do workflow-wise here is move my probe out of the way, and I'm not going to go back to the mouse. I'm just going to hit return on my keypad. That way I can go right in and take another circle. And here again, I'm just going to hit return on my keypad. Now I can go right in to take one of these cylinders. Take 5 points to get that cylinder, and then I'm going to hit return on my keypad. And I'll go ahead to the next cylinder, and then I'll just check the strategies in a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to hit return. Now, I'll just double check my strategy. I definitely don't need it to do 3 circle paths. So what I'm going to do here, I don't want it to sweep the whole circle. I just want to take points just for time. So I'm going to drive my probe into the cylinder 1. I've deleted all the data. I'm going to come up here to the 4-point macro and just take 2 4-point macros in this cylinder. Okay, so the computer's already established it's a cylinder. We're just redoing the strategy. So I'll do 1, I'll move the probe down, and then just do a second 4-point macro, and that's enough information for a cylinder for this purpose. So I'll hit return on my keypad, and I'll do the same thing on the next cylinder. So I'll drive into the circle, cylinder 2, strategy, delete the circle path, 4-point macro. And then I'm just going to move the Z down just a touch, and then another 4-point macro. Now, you do need, points that aren't on the same plane to get a cylinder. And hit OK. I'm good with that. Now, I'm going to create another cylinder, a theoretical cylinder that's going to use those first 2 circles. So I'm going to go to Features, Cylinder, double-click, Options, Recall Feature Points, and I want Circle 1 and Circle 2. I'll report that diameter. I'm going to get rid of the tolerances because we're measuring it. Cylinder 1 and Cylinder 2, I'll report the diameter without the tolerances. Now, I need a symmetry feature. So I'll go to Construction, Symmetry, double click. I'm going to take cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. And it's going to create a symmetry feature right in the middle of them. I won't report any data for that. It's just for our alignment. Now, as far as measurements, all I need is the distance between the 2 holes. So I'm going to go to Standard. I'm going to go to Distance, Caliper Distance, double click, and just select the 2 features that I want to measure between. Cylinder 1, cylinder 2. Now, by default, it's going to measure the maximum. I want to measure to the center. And I'm going to go ahead and report that dimension, and I'll click to get rid of the tolerances, hit OK. So those are all the measurements we need, or I need, for this particular feature. So now what we'll do is our alignment. So the alignment, we'll go to Measurements tab as usual, Base Start Alignment, hit OK. Spatial rotation is going to be the cylinder. Planar rotation can be either one of those cylinders. I'll pick cylinder 1. The X origin is a symmetry, Y origin is a symmetry, and Z origin is going to be our symmetry. And we can see our triad right there. And we got lucky, the triad looks like it's good to go. Now I'm going to hit OK. Now I'll go to clearance planes. So this is a moment of truth when you create an alignment that's not 3 planes. Occasionally your alignment will be twisted. You're going to know about it if you get a negative number where you shouldn't with your clearance planes. So it looks like we're good to go with our clearance planes, so we're good with that alignment. I'm going to hit OK. So we got our characteristics, our features. We're going to go to run the program. So I'm just going to let it go in and run this program. And that's it. That's all the time the program took. I've got the information that I was looking for, the diameter of those cylinders, and then the distance between the 2 holes going through the part. Okay, so I'll come back out to my base alignment. So we did our whole alignment with cylinders and a symmetry point instead of planes. It's a situation that comes up if the most dominant feature on your part is a cylinder. You might want to use that for your spatial rotation as opposed to using one of these planes at the end of the part. They're not going to be as repeatable as the cylinder itself. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe, and I'll make more of these coming soon.